Welcome, everyone. Today we are here on Bestie Therapy, interviewing the one, the only Riles.
Hi. Hi.
So, Riles, for today's episode, please tell me, what are the disclaimers?
Today's disclaimers are adult language and also it's adult themes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go get my venti latte now, if you don't mind.
But you can't leave. We're doing it in the middle of the interview, darling.
I don't care.
But wait, come back. Can you just please get me some?
Hey, welcome to Bestie Therapy.
Where we talk about all the therapy going on in our lives. I'm Persephone.
And I'm Riles.
And get ready to listen, mama.
We're so cute.
Well, welcome to Bestie Therapy. Obviously, today, as you can see the title, we're talking Bestie, I'm stressed.
Because you know how all of us get. We all get really stressed sometimes and we want to sit in a corner and cry.
In my own little corner. Just like Miss Brandy from that live action Cinderella, which is like the best Cinderella. Blah, 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 blah.
Amen to that.
But before we get into this, sorry. Before we get into that, let's do some life updates. Riles,
Yes.
What's been going on with this week? Last week, also sorry that we were not
Here
last week.
Yeah.
Life, literally,
It was so busy
busy.
last week. A good update. I found a squishmallow that I've been looking for forever. The blueberry cow. I finally found it at Box Lunch. Was it $20? Okay, yeah.
Yes, and
And should you buy one for $20?
yes.
Yes.
We'll post it on
No,
Instagram.
but yes, I will post it. He's just so cute, and I've been waiting, and it's like I couldn't like. It's more expensive on Amazon, so I'm like, I will do it for $20 and be fine with it. So I'm really happy about that.
What's the little squishmallow's name?
Benito. I don't have Benito
Sorry.
here with me. I would read the personality, but I don't have it with me right now, so I'm not gonna do that. But that's fine. Go look it up yourself. But yeah, I've been working. My car broke down, so I couldn't go record last week, which made me really sad. I've been driving my mama to work. Hi, mama.
Hey, Miss K.
But I've been working. I've been writing. The short film that me and Lucas are writing is going to be done at the end of the month.
Woo-hoo!
And we just, got Persephone to be the female lead. She read the part today, actually.
I was reading part of it today, and like what I did read, I was like, thank you. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's Persephone does a beautiful job, and I was telling her, you don't even have to act it right now, just read it. And even when she was just reading it, it was beautiful.
Don't gas me up like that, babe.
But it's true. I'm serious. I even texted Lucas. I don't know if he responded, but I even texted Lucas going, yeah, so she's perfect for this.
Stop.
I'm serious.
Thank you.
But yeah, I've been making strides in the musical. I'm really happy about it. It's going to be really hella cool. I'll be real with you.
Oh, it's so hella cool. Oh my
so
god.
hella cool.
That is so
Fetch.
oh.
Oh, speaking of fetch, I also started. So I'm music directing for a youth production of Mean Girls. It's actually the high school version, but it's gonna be fun. We just started those, and
Are you doing the music you said? Right?
yeah, I'm music directing the kiddos. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. They're cool.
Tell me when it is, because I want to see it.
I will. They're already super excited about it, which is really cool. But that's all I can think about for me right now. What about you?
So this week, I don't know. It's been a lot of good stuff, like just working on projects, some self growth stuff. I for fun. I don't even know what's going on this week because it's like been so busy. I don't even know how to like handle it. But okay, highlight of the week. I was at work and me and my coworkers like while we were working because we have headsets on to talk to each other. We just had like a heart to heart conversation and just were venting about stuff going on like in our world, and we're just like, dang, and like it was just good to like have that like you like you're not alone.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't even know how to explain it, but like other people are thinking the same thing you're thinking. So it was just kind of cool to have that relationship at work. And then at the end of the day, like after we all got home, like we text each other, we're like, that was a good conversation. I'm glad we talked. I'm like, me too. Like
those are always the best.
So it was so good. So good. But as I feel with Riley, I feel like my life right now is just projects, which is good, and I'm growing growing my craft, growing my stuff. But just like, dang, we're busy.
Yeah, it's a busy life when you're making your own project.
It's hard knock life
for us.
It's a hard knock life for us.
17.
We get.
I don't really know the lyrics.
Jeez.
And we just caught that all on this voice memo. Are you kidding me?
What?
We just jinxed on the podcast.
Oh.
You owe me a soda now.
Oh, I can give you a kiss.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
But yes, this week and last week and just these past few days have been a lot for us, but which is okay. But also that brings up us getting stressed out, which is what this episode is about.
Literally. Who doesn't get stressed? Raise your hand if you get stressed. And if you're not raising your hand, you're lying.
You're lying. You're lying, bitch.
We're a little cray-cray. It's 9 p.m. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Because we're always busy and stressed. Okay.
Yes. Very true. We're stressed laughing. Is it relatable? It better be relatable.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You better be feeling this too.
So, backstory for today. I was at work and I'm allergic to nuts, tree nuts, and everything like that. And I accidentally ate nuts today. And so I took a Benadryl and like made me loopy and tired. So, you're getting a different version of me today.
We're glad that you're alive. We're really glad that you're here.
Oh, you're talking to me. Oh,
yes.
I thought you meant the listeners. We're glad they're alive.
I mean, we're glad you're alive too. But
thank you.
We're glad you're alive.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, welcome.
As we've said several times already. All right.
So, Riley, my Miss Riles, the love of my life, darling.
Yes, darling.
What gets you stressed out?
Ooh, I guess it just differs depending on like what is going on throughout the week. I think something that really stresses me out, especially when you're an actor, is auditions. And and every actor has this at some point, but audition anxiety. That's something that really stresses me out because it's like you can do well, but then when the anxiousness gets to you, you're kind of like there's not an audition where I'm not shaking. Like I can't. But
think of me.
Literally think of me. I guess another thing. This is like stupid, but I'm sure I'm not alone in this. Like I'll do absolutely nothing like wrong, but I'll like send a text and I'll be like, oh my God, are they mad at me? Like if they don't text me like right away. I'm not like one of those people because I'm also really bad at texting, by the way. So that's why this is so hypocritical.
So is this like friendships?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes like if I feel like, oh my God, did I like say something that was wrong? If they don't get back to me, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like
Us texting each other.
It's like, oh my God, I hope what I said didn't offend someone.
Like, we can go here if we want to hang out, but if you don't want to go out there, that's cool.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't mean it like that. When I was like
exactly, literally, I've done that where it's like, oh, like, thanks for hanging out. And I'll do this with my friends. Thanks for hanging out. And sometimes if I don't hear anything back, I'll be like, oh my God, did I say something during the hangout that made them mad at me? Oh no.
It's
Oh
been
no.
5 minutes since you texted me, and I just wanted to know, do you hate me? Like,
Literally, like, do you hate me? Oh my God. And I do that with all my friends. And it's like, especially, like I said, it's weird because I am a horrible texter. I'm a horrible Snapchatter.
that's especially like in romantic relationships too. Like, if,
Oh boy.
I know we are both very single and haven't, but like, have you ever been like flirting with someone or talking to someone over text?
I cannot relate to that.
And like they don't respond in 5 minutes, and you're like, oh my gosh, they hate me, and we are never going to talk again. And it's like, did I do something wrong? And you're like, babe, they're probably just taking
Like,
the biggest
super
dump
busy.
right now.
Yeah.
Or they're busy at work, you know.
Yes. And it's like, I realize that, and I know what's coming, because I've told friends before where I've had friends go like, oh my God, like I said this, does this sound bad? I just haven't heard from them. Like, no, they're probably just busy. Like, don't worry about it. And then here's me thinking the exact same way. Like, what is with that? What
Comes back, you know, if you hate me, you could just say that.
Yeah, you can just say it if you hate me. And then like they'll text me like later that day. I'm like, yeah, they were just really busy. Like, why am I stressed? And it's not like I stress out the whole day about it, but it's like when I don't hear back, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I just said something really bad, didn't I? Oh my God, oh my God. And it's like we all have those moments.
We all just gotta calm down.
Also, I have another weird thing. It's really weird. When I lock my car, sometimes I have to lock it more than once.
Oh, same. Because like if I don't hear my alarm go off.
Yep. That's me. If I don't hear my alarm go off, then I am afraid I didn't even lock the car. And there's been times where I've like made sure I heard the horn like 5 times. That doesn't happen every single time, but there's sometimes where I'm just like dun, 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 so I can just like make sure that
You're like, we're good.
that we're good. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I think.
What's some things that stresses you out? Because I can't even. If I had a list.
Do you want the Spark Note inspiration or like an essay? Because I can give you both.
Whatever.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Whatever you
No.
think.
I think like right now, just like as I was gonna say a teen. Oh my gosh, as an adult in their 20s, I guess okay. If we're talking like obviously there's like work stress and like relationships and like friendship stress, just like am I like being a good enough friend or stuff like that. But I think right now a lot of it is money because don't get me wrong, I love my job and everything, but like bills are bills.
Yeah.
And like bills are high. And so like I think it's just money and like make sure I have enough money to pay my bills. And like right now I'm also trying to find like a second job just to like cover other stuff. So it's just like right now money, but that's like a short-term stress. I think a long-term stress is, am I going to achieve my dream? When will I achieve my dream? How I'm going to achieve my dream? I think that's like the one of my biggest stress factors because I know we're all like, for me, like I'm meant to perform and entertain. Like I already know that.
Yes.
So I think that's just like, I think I have this fear, like what if I don't get there? So, but obviously that's just like my fear, like holding me back. But that's like a big life, I guess, stressor that I know I'll have forever because that is like performing and entertaining is my life. So I think that's like one of the biggest stressors, if that makes sense. The biggest.
I've done that so many times. It's actually really crazy because I will be like you in bed. I'm not making money right now and I'm doing all of these things. And what if nothing happens with this? What if nothing? And we've been to a psychic before and every psychic, I've gone to 3. Every single one of them said, I have to stop doing that. Because I do it so many times. And they know.
Dude.
If you believe in psychics.
Yeah,
like,
if
that's
you
up
believe
to you.
them. But,
But I've gone and they all say like patience and like you can have literally anything if you just stop asking the when and the how and the what if, because that's what I do. But even then I still kind of do it. There's been time, and this is crazy. Okay, this is actually insane. There was one time I was like laying in bed and I'm like I said, I was like, oh my God, like I don't know like what is gonna happen to me, like what is my life. I don't know. And that week I ran into someone I hadn't seen in like months, knew about like my music and was like, you're recording stuff. I went, yeah, how did you know? Oh, I've like seen stuff like on social media. Oh my God, like don't give up. And I was like, what the frick? Like, what? And he was like, don't give up. You have to keep doing this. I'm like, it's like hard sometimes because like I'm not making money. And he's like, you have to keep doing
And
this.
I think like, sorry.
No, you're good. And there was another person. It was actually at my job at Meadowbrook. There was someone who graduated from Wayne State. I never met this person. They graduated years ago. He was a theater major, and he told me not to get distracted, which is really weird. He was like, yeah, like sometimes people get, distracted in life. Do you do theater still? Because I told him that I graduated. I'm like, oh yeah, I do. And he's like, don't get distracted. And I went, what the frick is happening? Like sometimes the 9-to-5 job, because he was talking about 9-to-5s, and he was like, that's what happened to him. He had really good opportunities, but he got distracted by everything else, and so that dream that he had went away.
I think that happens a lot. Like as we get older, we let our dreams die because we have to like survive on our own. But like we do get distracted because life gets distracting. But
It does.
A lot of times we forget who we are, what we're meant to do, or what we want to do. So that obviously that makes sense. Like I'm like, dang.
And he told me, he said, and I don't know this man, so whoever you are, thank you. But this all happened in the same week after I went, I don't know if I should be doing this. He was like, don't get distracted. And then the next day I was at Starbucks working on a project, and I saw my old gym teacher. He was like, Kerrigan, what's up? And I was like, hey, man. And he was like, what are you doing? And I told him what I was working on. It was the musical at the time. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I want it to be a movie musical. And I get like really nervous talking about it sometimes because like you never know how they're going to be like, oh, you should find a real job, or oh,
you should find a real life if you're gonna be telling I should find a real job. Also, you need to find yourself a real man, because I know he not help you pay them bills and cheating. I'm sorry. Sorry, I get heated.
Oh no, you're good. But I get nervous, and he's like, you're laughing nervously right now, but you're doing more you're doing something more impressive than even I'm doing right now. And he said, I can't wait to see this movie, and do not give up. And this all happened after I told myself, like, that night, like, wow, what am I doing with my life? I have no money.
It's so insane because, like, sometimes, like, the power of, like, other people believing in you pushes you. Like,
yes, and it did. I felt so empowered after I had 3 people literally, like, after that night be like, don't give up, don't get distracted, you have to keep pushing through, and I can't wait to see it because you're gonna do it. And it was from 3 different people. And I was like, okay.
I don't know what you believe, but the universe, whoever, was definitely telling you something. That's all I gotta say.
Yes. So I think when I get stressed out like that, definitely having those affirmations, they just do something to me. It's like, okay, I'm doing something right if this is what I'm being told by people I haven't seen in months or years or never met in my life.
So would you say, like,
get the coffees out.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that later because that'll relate to something else.
That's fine.
But okay, what are some ways that you deal with stress unhealthily, or have in the past, like unhealthy ways you've dealt with stress, or that you've seen people deal with stress? Like, what are some ways that
there's 2 things that I have done that I hope to never do again. 1, bottle up my feelings, because that sent me spiraling, because I felt like I was alone when my most stressful times. I get stressed now, but like not to the same level as I did back then. But I kept everything to myself, even to my friends, even to my parents, and my mom and dad said, don't ever do that again. I kept everything bottled up until like I freaking exploded.
I remember that time.
You do remember that time. I was a hurt person, and I hurt people by accident, but like
if you know Riley, you know that she's like very upbeat and like happy, and like obviously people can be sad at times, like as you should. You should not be, and like it's okay if you're not happy 100% of the time. That's a-okay. But like the state I saw Riley in a few years ago, I was low-key really scared for you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you got through it and everything. But I was also looking mad that you didn't even tell me.
I had so many people, because I would tell people like what I was actually feeling after, because I didn't want it to bother anyone. And someone that I grew up with, one of my besties, my guy bestie, he was like, why didn't you tell me this? Because we're like siblings, because we literally grew up together. And he was like, why didn't you tell me this? And I'm like, I didn't want to bother you. He was like, I don't care. And my parents were the same way. They were like, my parents were like, we are your parents and we are here to help you. So never again will I bottle up my feelings, because I realize now that I'm not alone. And I should, that's what we're here for. I want my friends to rely on me, So I should, I should be with friends who would want to help me. Yes. And want to help heal me, because like I said, I was a hurt person and I was hurting people unintentionally. So it was just like, you live and you learn. And then there's one thing, I think I might have talked about it before, but I completely blacked out one time. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that story one time. I'm not going to get into it right now. Okay. Because that's a different story. That's something. Ooh. But I blacked out because I was really sad. And never again will I do that, because I woke up, felt horrible, and like threw up twice, and I had stuff to do that day, and I still did it, but I just felt sick the entire day, and it didn't make me feel better. That's the thing. Like, you might feel loopy in the time, but I woke up and I'm like, I don't feel any better than I did yesterday. What was the point? Now I literally don't remember half of my night, and I still feel sad.
Blacking out is so scary. That's all I'm going to say, because I've done it before once, because I was sad too. We're not going to talk about that. That was... Woo, baby.
Yeah, so that's me on that. I will never do that again. And no, just don't. I don't recommend it, guys. I wouldn't recommend using narcotics or anything to help get rid of it.
Like, in my past, I definitely have done other substances, recreational. I'll give it a second.
We're really laughing today.
But I've done recreational substances to deal with stress. And if you do that, cool. But I was abusing it, and like it got to a point where I was like, after work, that's everything I would do. Just go to those substances after work every day. I'm like, this is not healthy, because first of all, I'm not getting anything done. I'm just soaking in my feelings, and I am not feeling good about myself. So I definitely stopped that. But like, a lot of times I would like buy fast food, because like that dopamine hit would make me feel good about myself, or good about something, like eating the fried food. Or I am a collector, and I used to like spend like a lot of my paycheck on so I have like I have a big collection of dolls and action figures, which I love. For me,
it's so precious though. It really is.
It was so bad. Like, I would buy like $5 every week, and I'm like, I can't be doing this, because I don't have that money to do that. Right. So I definitely stopped myself. And right now, I haven't like collected in the long term. I might buy a doll like every few months, but that's like it. Which is, I'm so proud of myself. Yeah. But like, I feel like a lot of times when we're stressed out in unhealthy way, when we're stressed out and we deal with it in unhealthy ways, it's a lot of times like with something we do, money or food or a substance abuse or something like that. Escaping. We're trying to escape the feeling of being stressed out.
Yeah, you're just trying to get out of the reality that you're in. Which can be dangerous if you live in that too long.
And nothing's wrong with wanting to escape your reality, but escape it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Or not even escape, deal with it in a healthy way.
You gotta deal with it. Like, if I'm going to put it in tough love, you can have everyone here going like, okay, yeah, like, stay in your feelings. Yeah, stay in it for a little bit. But if you stay in it too long, then you're going to absolutely lose yourself.
Yes, you will lose yourself, and you won't even coast through life. You will digress in life. And obviously life is about growing, but like coasting, you're not moving anywhere. Digressing is you're going backwards, and you cannot go backwards in life, because if you keep on doing that, it's going to be harder and harder to move forward in life.
Yes.
So what
Amen to that.
Oh, thank you. Of course. Can the church say amen? Sorry, I need help. I'm sorry. It is 9:30. I need help.
That was great.
Thank you.
Like, they won't ever get to see that picture. They'll hear it. But I got to see what you just did, and that was amazing. That was amazing. It was great. I love when you sing.
That wasn't me singing. That was just... So, Riles.
Yeah.
how do you deal with stress in a healthy way for yourself?
Recently, I've been, not like in a therapy way, okay? Not in like a, but I've relied on my friends more.
Okay, so
and
how so?
family. Like, I've actually, like, if there was something that stresses me out, I'd be like, yeah, this, like, today, I'm not going to go into what stressed me out today, but something stressed me out really bad today. And I talked to my parents and I talked to her, and not in a way going, like, what am I to do? It was just like, this is literally how I felt. And
if you need me to cut anyone, I got
slay.
you.
Sounds good.
That's a healthy way, cutting someone.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
But I've talked to my friends more, and I've, there's some stuff in my past that has haunted me before, and I would talk about it with, like, some people, and they'd be like, well, you were a different person back then. I'm like, well, you're right. You're right, baby. You're right. The stuff that stressed me out back then doesn't have to stress me out now. And I was like, yeah, I don't have to deal with that anymore. I don't have to deal with this by myself anymore. But another thing that's also worked for me is meditating. I don't do it all the time, but sometimes, like, just like I think it was
sorry,
like a choo-choo train. I think it was last Saturday. I actually was in a concert choir. I was in a choir concert. I mixed the words up last Saturday, and
wait, we're pausing. Y'all performed?
I did.
And you did it, but I thought you were supposed to get.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm
proud of you.
Thank you. The thing is, I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's so funny. Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Riles is in it, but also, like, one of our other mutual friends is in it. So I'm just like,
that's true. We both forgot to tell you.
Well,
oh, sorry, Bert.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Did it go well? Did it go well?
It did.
Okay.
To be fair, I really only told my parents. My parents were the only people who knew that I was in this. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you.
No, what's funny is because I sent a text to our group chat, the group, letting them know, like, hey guys, don't forget to let me know when you guys perform so I can get to
And we totally did forget to tell you that it was last Saturday.
Well, I'm glad it went.
Wow, I feel like such a jerk. This was a plot twist for the podcast today.
I know.
Persephone finds out that the concert already happened.
Well, you know what? It's okay. You know what?
That happens, But I was nervy. I had like a little. Me and Steph had a duet, and I was Yeah, I'm so
you
sorry.
had a duet.
I'm so sorry. We did forget to tell you. Oh my god,
guys! I've never heard you two sing together and like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. Okay. Well.
Okay, sometimes I'm very forgetful, and this is one of the moments you're seeing where Riley forgets.
It's okay. You know what? It happens. I'm going to go deal with this stress in a healthy way.
In a healthy way. Meditating.
But you were nervous?
Yeah, I was. Well, I had the duet, and I had like a little tiny solo, and sometimes I get like a little nervy. And so I was just like, it was on a whim. I was outside, I was watching a puppy, and not like a little puppy. I think she's like 4, maybe. And I was just sitting outside. The sun was so warm. Actually, it wasn't Saturday. It was Friday. So it wasn't the day of the concert. It was the day before. And I was just sitting on the porch, and I was like, I'm going to meditate for like 2 minutes and let the sun beat on my skin. And I felt great. It was so nice. And also, another thing I've done when I was stressed is I've actually found myself praying a lot.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes. Not to get all, like, religious or anything, but for a while, like, I walked away from it. And so to find myself praying again is kind of, like, refreshing.
I'm proud of you, baby.
Thank you. And it actually has made me feel better, to be honest. So, once again, you don't have to believe in that. Like, I'm not telling you to, but, like, that's what I've done.
Baby, do what works for you.
And that's what I've done, and it's made me feel better. And Squishmallows.
So
and Pokemon.
so Riley and I discovered that we both like when I'm stressed, I like collect like dolls and like action figures. She collects squishmallows, and we're
I
like, we
do.
have to bring our collections together, and they
Yes.
have to meet.
I have a lot of squishmallows. Maybe not as much as some people, but it's not like I have like 3 or 4, okay? I have like
And it's
25
a
maybe.
community,
Yeah, I have a community of
an
squishmallows.
army,
Yeah.
a kingdom. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I have a bunch on my bed right now and I have a net filled with them. I have 2
nets.
nets actually filled with them. And Pokemon and Animal
yes.
Crossing.
So like, okay, some healthy ways that we do, like, we both have like me and Riley, we both have like our comfort shows or comfort, I guess, entertainments that we go to. For me, for both of us is Pokemon, but for
Yeah.
me it's like, yes, I play Pokemon, but a lot of times my comfort show is Pokemon, the actual TV show. So I watch
Yes.
that, and hers is like she plays the game Pokemon.
I play the game. I've watched the TV show and I love it. But yeah, I play it and I catch shinies. If anyone plays Scarlet or Violet, you rock. And if helpful tip, if you want shinies, fill up the Pokedex, and you have to catch every single guy. I could go on a rant about this forever, so I'm going to stop myself.
I would say, for me, when I get stressed, a lot of my stress, yes, comes from like outside factors. So sometimes it comes from internal factors, like where like I'm stressed because I don't feel like I'm good enough. So when that feeling or thought comes in, a lot of times, sometimes I like, me and Riley talked about this, doing it too, not together. Okay, this is gonna be sound weird now.
It's okay.
So, we've done it separately by ourselves in our own. Okay, so like it's basically a night shower. Okay, everyone takes showers at night. Okay,
Yes.
it's a dark shower,
Or a bath.
or a bath,
Yeah.
with the lights off, and you just have candles on and like maybe some music playing or some LED lights on. But like it just gets me in such like a zen mode. I don't know if it's like lighting or the music, but like it's so peaceful. And sometimes you just need to clean yourself or wash yourself
Yeah.
to make everything better. I don't even know how. I don't know the psychology of it, but like if I'm stressed out and I just take a shower, I was like, oh, I'm good, I'm fine. I just need to relax, and I think that really helps me out a lot. And I think another thing is like I'm so sometimes like if it's like during the day and like something comes in like, why am I so bad at this, or another thought like I'm not good enough for this, it's like, okay, calm down. First of all, that's not you speaking, that's your um subconscious bad mind speaking, or the bad part of your mind speaking. So I like get a journal, and people are like, no journaling. No, I do. Like, I am not good enough. Why do I feel like I'm not good enough? And I break it down until I get to the root of the problem. And sometimes like, oh, because this happened in my childhood, or because this happened in a romantic relationship, that's why I'm feeling like this. And it helps me understand myself and my mind more,
Yeah.
and my feelings more. It's like it's not true when I'm saying, oh, I'm not good enough. It's just I have trauma that I need to deal with. That's why.
Right.
Yes, that's why I'm feeling this way. So, because sometimes your feelings really can deceive you, or your mind can deceive you. So you just need to sometimes just calm yourself, take a break, and do whatever you got to do. Write it out to figure out what the root problem is, the root core problem is.
Yeah. I think that's a very beautiful way to cope with it.
And it helps out a lot. And I just recently discovered that because, like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm just tired of feeling like crap. And I'm like, why do I feel like crap? Because I'm not a crappy person, and I don't deserve to feel like crap, you know?
No, exactly.
Also, okay, this is a shout out. Another one of my comfort shows is Barbie Dreamhouse Adventure, because Barbie, I know Barbie's like, oh my gosh, Barbie, but no, real talk, the cartoon show is so good. Like Barbie,
so good.
She's like everyone's big sister, and she's like, I have problems too, but I'm going through them, and I'm going to deal with them. And like, she does the right logical choice in every situation, which I love about her. But she also understands that she's not perfect, but she's gonna do everything in her power to do everything right morally, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go her. So sometimes I just pretend I'm Barbie, and that really helps me out to make the right decision or do the right thing when I'm going through a stressful situation.
Yes.
Does that make sense? I know it's weird, but
No, it's not weird at all. It's not weird literally at all.
but yeah, like that's I think we're all of us are going to go through stressful situations. All of us are always going to have stress in our lives, whether it be big or small. We're all going to go through something, and it's going to be stressful. And that's just life in general. Like life is never going to be rainbows, unicorns, daffodils. Like at times it might, but it's never going to be like that forever.
No, not forever. And
So
you
like,
just go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just like, so it all depends on how you deal with it and how you get through it and how you handle it. Because if you decide to handle it in a bad way, then more bad things are going to happen. But if you decide to face it for yourself, like get through it for yourself to better yourself, I think you're going to come out brighter on the other side.
You'll be stronger too.
Mm-hmm.
I know half of the things that I went through in my past that I wish never happened. If I were to go back today, I wouldn't have it any other way. All those hardships, all of the people that I had to walk away from or walked out of my life, like I would have it like that every single time because I am stronger for it now. And you really do come out sunny and beautiful after the rain.
Because what is it?
Embrace the rain and be the sunshine,
Yeah,
baby. Our motto.
Our motto. But with that, that has been Bestie Therapy. Again, we are on Instagram, TikTok, and our email is bestietherapy@gmail.com.
We still don't have anything on TikTok.
We don't. But we do have a surprise for you guys that we're going to sneak peek. Next week we are having our first ever guest on our show.
We are.
So watch out for next week. The episode should be out that Friday. I can't think of dates, but the Friday the 24th. That's what it is. I think so. Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Well, next week,
Yes.
Friday, May 24th, we're having our guests.
Wait, it's already the 24th next week?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, let me check my calendar.
No
okay?
way.
Because I'm not good at math. I went to school for acting and theater.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, you're
it's
right.
the 24th. Babe, we're almost halfway through the year. Can you believe that?
How are we already?
In
How are
June. Well, not now, but soon.
How are we already? Oh my God. Time is going by so quick. I'm actually mind blown right now. How is next week the 24th?
Well, baby, you got to live life in the moment and do what you got to do now because tomorrow's never promised.
Oh my God.
But we love you guys.
We do.
Be sure to check out next week's episode and this week's episode.
Obviously.
And we love you guys.
We do.
And
We really do.
Remember to embrace the rain.
And be the sunshine.
Bye.
Bye.